Good evening everybody, welcome to Apex Racing TV and welcome to the penultimate race meeting of the season here in the British Sim Racers Rallycross Championship. We're here today at Summit Point, probably one of the quickest circuits on the calendar, really long front straight. I believe we're going to be reaching the rev limiter. Well, here in the commentary box to find out, alongside me Adam Bath, is Alex Simpson. And Alex, this is probably one of the longest straights that we've got all season, so I'm intrigued to see how these rallycross cars are going to perform, especially with the fuel.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the key thing, isn't it? Are they going to manage to make it to the line? How much fuel saving they're going to have to do? Hopefully, the admins have calmed down the amount of laps they've got to do, just so that they're not in that issue. But yeah, it should be good. Should be interesting. I mean, like you say, they're going to cap out, and they are on that rev limiter a lot. So it's all about getting good exits from the corners if they're going to get moves done today.
We're ready for the starting grid. There is 7 cars in the field today. Starting in pole position is Steve Hefford, then it's Stephen Burke. Very good front rover named Steve. Then Michael Evdoka is in 3rd, 4th Ross McFarlane, 5th Kip Stevens, 6th Craig Evans, 7th Taylor, 8th Simon Fawns, and starting at the back is Lyro Solman. So we wait to get on the road. We'll hopefully have Andrew Woodhouse with us in a bit. I believe the switch to Discord is caught him out just a little bit. We hope to have him in a second, and we hope to get this race underway in a few seconds. The roads begin to rise then. We're underway for the first race of the day. What a blast, and a fantastic start by Michael Evdoka. Nothing out of the ordinary there, and it looks like it's going to be the Beetle that's into second place as we reach 216 kilometers an hour before braking. It's the Ford that's got the advantage. So Steve Hefford leads, and all of the drifting is starting to begin. So we head into turn 2. Very difficult corner to get right. And Steve Hefford away with this one already, Alex.
Yeah, great start from him, isn't he? But got that half-second lead. Evdoka behind. There's one of the cars is off. Is that Burke, I think? Yeah, I think it is Stephen Burke. There's the camera. Tries to find him. Recovers. But yeah, not the race start he wanted. He had a good couple of meetings, so.
Starts the second on the grid as well, didn't he? And now he's right at the back of the pack. I must say we've only got 7 cars on the track out of the 9 that took to the session. Fawns and Solman both not taking part, but now Michael Evdoka had a good second half of the lap, and he's right on the back, sliding his way through the final corner.
Oh wow, yeah. I think these guys missed the track limits there just a little bit.
The good news for them is that they have an incident limit of 20. I think the only racetrack we've seen this season where they have been DQ'd is Snetterton, so hopefully you don't see that today. Side by side in the background is Craig Evans versus Taylor Lane. That's Lane at the inside and through, and it threw into the commentary box as Andrew Woodhouse.
Yeah, good evening.
Discord, eh? Oh, Kip Stevens.
Well, actually, it's TeamSpeak A in this case, doing, forcing updates when you don't want them.
Well, there comes the Ford of Kip Stevens. We're on the outside of Taylor Lane. Sorry, Craig Evans. Oh, yeah, it is Taylor Lane coming in. And Taylor Lane taking a bit of drifting there and making his own version of the track, I think.
Yeah, these guys are just having a bit of fun out there, aren't they? Taylor Lane's been sideways more than he has been pointing forward, so. Nothing too serious going on there. Just having a whole lot of fun with that 600 horsepower. What's he in? The Beetle, Taylor? Yeah, the Beetle.
Right. Penultimate race meeting of the season. After this, we go to Donington Park to win the season, and then it won't be too long before the BSR TC Pro Series gets underway, where we'll be having about 6 or 7 times the grid that we've got here today. And Simon Fawns, I think, is on the verge of taking to the track. There we go. He is a few laps behind, but get used to the car. May be in with a shout of a opportunity in race 2. I believe he is outside. He is now 2 laps down, so I think he's out with a chance of getting on the reverse grid pole. But the top 3 pretty close together now, as could be about to have a battle for the lead. This back section of the circuit, Alex, it's a complete contrast to the first sector, really, with the long straights, and really good for these rallycross cars as well, because you've got the long hairpins. It gives them an opportunity to put on a show.
Yeah, sorry, just looking at what's going on in the background there. I think we saw it with the MX-5s. This is actually a great circuit, you know? And the fact that they can just extend straight onto the grass and the gravel and things like that here. Wow, I was on board with Michael going down the straight. He was just topping out like crazy there. But yeah, it's just crazy.
In the session yet, Woody?
Yep.
Well then, lap 4 of what is going to be 8 laps, and Toka now really fancies his chances of getting a win here. To the second half of the lap we go then. Ford Fiesta looking pretty stable at the moment. We saw how great Devdoka was away from the line. Now through the second sector of the lap. See if Devdoka can try and set up Steve Hefford, who has led every single lap so far. And looking at the qualifying times, had a fair few tenths of a second in hand at the end of the session. Devdoka did a 109.6. Steve Hefford did a 109.2. We'll get to see now as we go onto the front straight whether these rallycross cars can pick up any tow. Of course, they are going to start topping out eventually.
Well, they should get a bit, shouldn't they? I think down here, but yeah, top end speed's going to be an issue, and they won't get that overspeed, which just allows you to get into the braking area for turn 1 and challenge the opponent. Hefford challenging himself with full 4-wheel drift. If Doka decides, well, I have a bit of that, and I'm going to go into the lead. Or is he? Because Hefford's just gonna, yeah, that's what he's gonna do on the outside. Oh, Stevens and Evans crashing into each other at just coming out of the first corner. I think if Evans has got damage, I think maybe is it suspension damage for Evans? No, off goes Taylor Lane.
Nothing new there. Well,
yeah,
say that, but he has been sliding about this entire race. I think he's having a bit of fun. We don't have the incidents available to us during the race, but I'm sure he's racking them up.
Those two are side by side, still wheel to wheel. And I say good evening to Alex, and there's a 3-way battle for the lead at the moment.
Yeah, you missed you missed them taking some serious liberties with the track limits just through there a couple of laps back, and yeah, it's a lot of fun, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. They're not really gaining anything, they're not really losing anything, and this is what the rallycross cars is all about.
That free car scrap just behind them. The fight for best of the rest between Stevens, Lane and Evans been kicking off as well during this lap. It looks like the two Northern Lights cars are pushing each other. I don't think they're teammates actually, it's just that Evans versus Lane. I haven't got the training paints on, that's why. Oh, the Beetle and the Ford make contacts, and this allows Stephen Burke an opportunity back up the inside of both of them.
Yeah, not a lot's working technically today for me, I must admit, but computers have never liked me too much. Hefford, like in this circuit, like in the Ford Fiesta as normal, and drifting the car through this SS section. It's quite difficult, Adam, I would imagine, to not scrub the tyres too much through there.
Yeah, especially towards the end of the race. I reckon the tyres could be starting to suffer quite a bit through these long right-handers. May have to get on the old handbrake to try and help the car turn a bit.
Well, there's only 2 more laps to go.
All right, the bell will be ringing. Winter Olympics duties today, so saw that quite a bit. Into the first corner, lock up from Hefford.
He's got no chance.
And it's almost as if he was on ice there as Frugo, McFarlane and Devdoka.
He might have braked a bit quicker on the ice, Alex, you would imagine. He didn't slow down very well, did it?
It didn't slow down at all, did it? Just carried on so crazy.
Poor Steve, though, all that hard work, and now it's down to 3rd place for him. Devdoka versus McFarlane. McFarlane leading the way.
Yeah, this has somehow resulted in Devdoka staying exactly where he was, 2nd place, and McFarlane gaining the position, 2 positions.
Yeah, Devdoka, what was he, 3rd on the grid, McFarlane 4th. Stephen Burke was 2nd on the grid, he's down 20 seconds behind these guys. It's just 2 distinct packs, these 3, and the 4 cars, basically what's left of the field as Simon Thorns is... he's not out of the race, he's still going, but in 2 laps down.
Considering Burke was, you know, down and out, really, he's done well to get back up to 4th place.
Oh no.
Is it Stevens?
And Evans.
two Fords going at it. They have been all race. Taylor Lane sliding about like there's no tomorrow.
Here comes Evans then. Have a look at Stevens. Stevens, is he going to try and block the inside? Oh, there's a bit of contact. On the straight. Oh, careful, boys. Someone might end up in the trees.
I've seen that before in one of our early years covering the BSR
Is he going to give him a bit of a nudge? Oh, yeah, there he goes. That's the rallycross bump and run, is that?
Oh!
Taylor Lane. No.
Just slid into him.
Oh, dear, it's his own teammate.
Evans is in sideways rather than forward.
Evans has had enough of Stevens, I think. That Lane's just not pointing forward, is he really? At any point?
Oh,
he's cutting the course. Oh, Stevens has lost it this time, and he's
might
not
have
going
been
to
hit.
recover from that. I think Evans is waiting for him.
Don't know if
And
he got
over
hit
the
or
line
not.
goes McFarlane, Adam.
Here he goes then. First win of the day goes to Ross McFarlane. Shame for Evdoka really, because he was pushing the leader all the way, but he just couldn't get by. Third is going to be Steve Hefford. Fourth all on his own is going to be Stephen Burke, and then it's everyone else. Taylor Lane looks like he's going to be the next car over the line if he stops sliding about, because Stevens might be able to get him in the final corner here if he makes a mess of it.
I'd say he's not that far behind his kid, is he?
Don't know if he got hit in that left-hander or not. It was a bit weird, but yeah, through the final corner, it's going to be Taylor Lane that gets a lap ago. It was an unlikely 5th position. 6th place for Kip Stevens, and then 7th is going to be over the line Craig Evans. And Simon Fawns is going to be 2 laps down. He is about to cross the line now, but he will miss out on the reverse grid pole because he is not a classified finisher. So it is going to be Craig Evans that's going to be starting on pole for the second race. Right then, as they drift their way, attempt to drift their way back to the pits, we'll take a break here on Apex Racing TV and get ourselves set for the second session here in the BSR Rallycross Championship. See you in a few moments.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
in the outside contact, mate. 56 slides it at a 4. Who's gonna be at the stripe? Dead even. Give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
On the outside, contact made. 56 slides it at a 4. Who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even. Give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
We're here at Summit Point, we're down on the grid, we're getting set for the second race of the day. Commentary box has been reduced to 2 because we've got Andrew Woodhouse on the grid. And welcome back to the British Sim Racers Rallycross Championship here on Apex Racing TV. Adam Baff and Alex Simpson with you along for the ride once again. Craig Evans starting on the pole, second Kip Stevens, third Taylor Lane, fourth Stephen Burke, fifth Steve Hefford, sixth Michael Evdoka, then it's Ross McFarlane, Simon Fawns, Andrew Woodhouse, and starting at the back of the grid is Thorstein Helgeson. I'll get to Alex in a moment because we have now advanced to the start. We're getting ready to go. Away we go. Terrible start from Evans. What an amazing start by Steve Hefford. He's 4 wide. Might not end well. About Andrew Woodhouse has got a great view of this as we go into the first corner. Evdoka once again an amazing start. 4 positions gained. Up on the curve is Craig Evans. Someone is off. It's Ross McFarlane. And amazingly, Alex, from 4 wide, we've managed to make it all the way through the first corner without incident.
Yeah, well, this is what we saw with the MX-5s. But yeah.
Oh, hello.
It's around this section that really causes the problems. And yeah, Lane, he's found himself in the wall already.
Simon Fawns was facing the wrong way as well. It is pretty close at the front at the moment. Andrew Woodhouse is already sliding his way through the hairpin. He's lost the position as a result, but it's all kicking off just in front of him as Steve Burke fights his way with Steve Hefford. It's very confusing when they've both got the same name. Now into the final corner they go. It's Stevens leading, Evdoka second, third is Evans, fourth is Burke ahead of Hefford in fifth, and it's Helgeson, followed by Woodhouse. Ross McFarlane is off in the gravel in the final corner, and then Fawns and Lane bringing up the rear. They're quite a way behind already as we come across the line, and then Alex Evdoka's going for the lead.
Yep, trying to go around the outside. Kip places his car just at the right spot, and actually Evans is going to capitalise there as well. Evdoka got that completely wrong. What was meant to be an overtake ended up losing in place.
Could end up losing a position to the Beetle behind of Stephen Burke. How
many laps did we do on Tuesday night around here? It was only like 9, wasn't it? It wasn't
13, I think.
Oh,
no, 12.
Okay.
12, sorry.
Okay, so it was a lot more.
Sorry, I am here as well. Sorry, guys. Just to butt in.
No, a lot more than me. I wasn't here on Tuesday. Oh, the inside goes Evdoka. That was so close to contact. Maybe even just have been a slight touch there. Now it's back up the inside. Straight away, Evdoka responding. Contact made again.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, and off.
I will have that.
Contact. And Stephen Burke hits Craig Evans. And that's Hefford through, and that's a position for Andrew Woodhouse as well, as off goes the Ford of Thorstein Helgeson.
Yeah, just running a bit wide there. McFarlane is going to have to fight back. He's still in the mix. He's got a good run on Helgeson. Getting a bit tasty in and around the front area at the minute, though. Once again, Evdoka trying to look around the outside. Doesn't make it stick. Hefford has got Burke and Woodhouse right next to him.
Of course, Evdoka was up the inside of Evans on the previous lap, which resulted in that huge crash. And Evans is now down towards the rear of the field. He's in 8th position, but now here comes Evdoka for the lead then. It'll take a brave person to get the move done around the outside here.
And he does it.
There we go.
Nicely done as well. He's got the inside now for the hairpin and is able to finish that move off. Hefford right on the tail of Kip Stevens now.
Take that, he says. Bump and run. I know Kip won't like that, and he shows. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
And that is Stephen Burke, collateral damage. And that makes Andrew Woodhouse super collateral because that all started as a result of the contact between Hefford and Stephen.
I'm afraid, boys, I couldn't really go either way on that one. I've got a black flag.
Well,
we're cutting the course apparently, so whatever.
It looks like we've got the short track speed skating stewards here today in the BSR RX.
Oh, those idiots.
Yeah. Sure, those who've been watching have seen the questionable decisions they've been making. Andrew Woodhouse has to come into the pits, and it does mean that Evdoka leads. But Alex, what was going on between Hefford and Stevens there on that lap? Because it swept up Stephen Burke and also swept up Andrew Woodhouse.
Yeah, let's just see if we can get a little replay of it. So Hefford obviously trying to get that momentum, getting past at the same time, and then yeah, they were 3 wide basically, and yeah, Burke got collected in it. Stevens massively sideways, and I think yeah, Andrew just he had nowhere to go as Stephen was just perpendicular to the track.
They've done me for 45 seconds here, boys and son.
45 seconds.
Really?
It's not as if you cut that whole infield, is it?
Well, I came back on the right side.
Yeah, I know.
Unless they think because I went over to the other side, I would have had to go back onto the other bit again. I don't know, but
Supposed to show iRacing's logic there. The penalty system.
That's sim racing.
oh
Is
dear.
what they would say. Over the line we go then on to lap 5. Woody is now a lap down, but as long as he stays on the tail end of the last car on the lead lap, then he will be on the reverse grid pole position for race 3. And you never know.
I think the car's a bit broken.
Let's have a look at it.
Did he get the fast repair, lads? I didn't check.
The car looks new.
All right. It's just the driver then. The driver's broken.
Insert coin to carry on.
AndrewWoodhouse.exe has stopped responding.
Kip Stevens, and he's now got Ross McFarlane right behind him. This is the battle for the final spot on the podium. Now, Ross McFarlane is pretty quick. So is Kip Stevens, and I think Ross McFarlane's shown since the start of the race that he has the pace, because he was in the gravel at one point, and if Stevens continues to do that, that's just going to gift the position to Ross McFarlane.
Oh, here we go. Oh, man. Oh.
Kip Stevens is on a mission here with Alex, dear me.
Got a good view of that one, lads.
Oh yeah, on the front strip we go.
I'm wondering what was going on there all of a sudden. I was like, well, why am I not seeing these things? Still on replay. Sorry about that, everybody.
And still all of us, really. I think it's happened to all at one point. Stevens then.
Oh, lads, you're too slow.
Andrew Woodhouse with the hurry up. Live team radio here on HX Racing TV.
Uncensored team radio as well. That'll keep you tuned in, won't it?
It's like listening to Jean-Eric Verne all over again. And Giancarlo Fisichella, I think, as well. Going into the right-hander. McFarlane nearly goes into the back of him. This is all where it kicks off. Up the inside goes Helgeson. Oh, Stevens has been hit.
McFarlane. We're on board at the time.
Would he get through?
Everyone scrambles.
Oh, they're going again.
Dear.
They're going again. I'm just going to belt it.
Oh, and off goes Ross McFarlane. Was that Kip Stevens' payback? No, it wasn't actually.
Yeah, it was Helgeson.
Yeah, it was Helgeson. Oh dear.
Oh dear. That was most of them, wasn't it?
That was most of them, and now it's pretty much ended any race action in this field. Now everyone's too strong apart. Doka leads Hefford. It's second place from race 1, followed by first place in race. Right.
Is there anybody out as a result of that?
No, unfortunately.
Oh.
Stephen Burke is in 3rd, Helgeson 4th, 5th is Stevens, 6th is McFarlane, 7th is Simon Fawns, 8th Craig Evans, who's loving life right now, and Taylor Lane in 9th, and then it's Andrew Woodhouse in 10th. 2 laps to go then, or 1.5 laps to go, and unless anything shocking happens, this is going to be Evdoka's first win of the day. The final few corners now, and then he'll get the white flag, and then he'll just have to do one more circuit of this 3.19 kilometre circuit, 10 corners, moving into turn 10 now. Other sim game developers are available. Have you got that? Over the line we go on to the last lap then.
Just watching still McFarlane and Stevens, they're going at it and really enjoying themselves at the minute.
Yeah, these two clashed a few laps ago. Good to see that. I think they still are on okay terms here as they go through the final corner. Up the inside goes McFarlane. Stevens is going to get him on the cutback. No. Oh, he's just edging him onto the grass there. I thought this might not end well. As you can see on the left, just a bank and then a whole load of trees. McFarlane to the outside, then Stevens on the inside, and it's all going to be about who can put the power down the best, and it looks like it's the Beetle. Here he goes, 5th place, bottom the top 5 up for grabs, and it looks like McFarlane has got it, but then Stevens powers through on the outside. This is the power of 4-wheel drive.
Power.
Down the outside now. This is a brilliant battle that's going on here. Up the inside goes McFarlane. Stevens now has the outside, which will be the cut back here.
I think Evdoka's coming across.
I was about to say we need to switch
Yeah.
to Evdoka, unfortunately, coming across the line. He's going to take it. Hefford in second, 2 seconds behind.
Oh,
There's 10 seconds back until we get to Burke.
but gonna get the final spot on the podium. Stevens is all over the place here. It looks like it's going to be McFarlane's got it. Worried then. Oh, McFarlane's out of fuel, I reckon. Yeah, McFarlane's out of fuel and Stevens just clatters into him. I don't think he knew. Well, maybe he was just slowing down. I think that's what happened. Yeah, it was over the line. Ross McFarlane gets 5th position. Kip Stevens gets 6th. And then Fawn 7th. 8th is Craig Evans. There he is. Taylor Lane may get past him at this race. Oh, they've hit each other.
Oh,
And that's the
Oh,
end.
disqualification as well.
That's the end. So, Woody, you might not be last.
who's disqualified?
Craig Evans.
Oh dear.
After Taylor Lane runs into the back of him.
That's one way to get rid of him, isn't it?
Uh,
Alex,
Then
that's right out of your playbook, is that, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. That'll do the job.
if any, it could be a part of the blame can go to Craig Evans. He shouldn't have got that many incidents anyway.
Well, it is a fair point. If you've had 16 in 8 laps of rallycross, then yeah, it's not the best, is it? He still finished in front of me, by the way, even though he got DQ'd.
There you go.
Oh well.
iRacing logic. Andrew
mind.
Wishels then will start at the on pole position then for race 2. Starting second will be Craig Evans, 3rd Taylor Lane, 4th Simon Fawns, Kip Stevens 5th, 6th Ross McFarlane, 7th Thorstein Helgeson, 8th on the grid will be Stephen Burke, 9th Steve Hefford and 10th Michael Evdoka. And the race results, so those positions in reverse order, and probably got them on your screens now. And
Can I just butt in just quickly? Cars that started in the top 10 that finished there.
all of them.
It's the first time we've had that, isn't it?
I think maybe one more time. I think we had it once, but yeah. That one doesn't take a genius, does it?
Well, if we get that in the BSR TC Pro Series, then something incredible has happened. But then we'll take a break here on Apex Racing TV and get set for the 3rd race of the day. And our colleague will be on pole, so all the more reason to join us after the break here for the British Sim Racers Rallycross Championship.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
In the outside contact, mate. 56 slides it at a 4. Who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even. Give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
The outside contact made. 56 slides it at a 4. Who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even. Give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a
Back again on Apex Racing 2, the third race of the day. Andrew Woodhouse on the pole, and Adam Bath and Alex Simpson in the commentary box to watch him in race 3 of the British Sim Racers Rallycross Championship. Shannon Mason has also joined the session to make it 11 cars on the grid. So,
my God, man! Here we go.
This might not end well. 11 cars is uncharted territory here. Oh, here we go. Raced up by Woodhouse. We'll see if Shannon Mason can get alongside him as we go into the first corner. Everyone else trying to find their own bit of grip and own bit of track here as we get into the first corner. Mason to the outside in the Ford. He's going to power away around Woodhouse, I think, unless Woody can get a run down. Sideways is Craig Evans behind. Wheel to wheel for the lead here. It's going to be the Ford that gets it into turn 2.
He's good a bit sideways.
Oh my goodness me, here comes Craig Evans. He's going to get both of them. He's got past Woodhouse and he might get past Shannon here.
Got a hell of a run, didn't he, through there? Gets somewhat sort of boxed in there. Woody's able to get back up the inside. Wide for Evans. A couple more Northern Lights cars just behind. They actually made contact behind. All three of them eventually hit each other. So that's how you do it, teammates.
Oh, Woody's sideways and nearly had the lead. Oh, Shannon Mason's off. Oh, contact. This is
that's perfect. That just works out lovely.
Sorry.
Off. Oh, off into the air goes Stephen Burke. Kip Stevens also involved. What
Sorry,
this does mean, though, even though it does mean Andrew Woodhouse is in the lead, he's now got the quickest driver in the field, probably, and Stephen Burke right behind him as we come around to complete the first lap, and Stephen Burke's not wasting any time. Too many Steve. Down the front straight. Into the first corner then. Woody's trying everything. But Ford forces him to yield and takes the lead. It's Hefford that leads, by the way.
Evans on Shannon as well, coming through. Yeah, just massive bit of carnage there. Just all sort of kicked off, really, didn't it? Yeah. And then we lost Kip and Steve Burke in that one as well.
Steve Burke went for one hell of a ride.
Oh, bloody hell!
Oh no! In the wall, it's Woodhouse.
That was Hefford, really. Just got his line all wrong there. Come back onto the circuit, and hence Woody's reaction. Just couldn't recover it. Let's go back on, go on board with him, so we can see what he sees. Because
nothing he could do. Just similar to race 1, wasn't it? When
on the helmet cam, not very often used.
No halo, no halo. But there is a massive thing down the bench of the windscreen.
Oh, it did not look good from on board. If you're running single screen like Woody is, that's all you get to see.
Well, I knew he'd gone a bit wide, but I didn't expect him to lose it that much. Yeah.
Oh dear. Well, all this means is that Craig Evans lead. Second is Mason. Third is Hefford. Fourth is Helgeson. Fifth Evdoka. Then after that, it's Taylor Lane, Ross McFarlane, Andrew Woodhouse, Simon Fawns, then Kip Stevens, who is back out on the track. Managed to stay on the lead lap as well, despite his pit stop. And then Stephen Burke, who had to go back to the pit because the car was absolutely wrecked. Crazy 3 laps here at Summit Point.
Evdoka on Helgeson. That's getting very close, surely a move lining up very, very soon.
I hate the downshifting in this car, it's absolutely useless.
Yeah, a few people reporting very similar things. We were obviously talking off air about it as well.
It just doesn't grab the gear straight away, you know, when you want it.
You had a chance to drive the car yet, Alex?
No.
There we go.
Still complete and utter rookie as far as the dirt licenses go.
It's ruining your home screen then.
This is it, yeah, I have red, and it's not good. Up the inside then, Michael under braking. Thorstein able to hold it round the outside, gets good drive off the corner. And yeah, the Ford's definitely looking good there, coming off the hairpin.
Well, here comes Evdoka then. He managed to get this move done around the outside in race 2, which was on Kip Stevens as well. Oh, off goes Hefford. Hefford off, almost in the same corner where he took out Woodhouse a few laps ago.
Self-spin, really. All wrong from...
he's got to rejoin in front of us.
We meet again. And Woodhouse is through. into 6th position. He managed to get past Ross McFarlane. He's drifting his way through. And now Hefford's got to get by these two.
You have to say it does look like a lot of fun, doesn't it? When you're all kinds of sideways and loads of power in there, and
when there's cars off in front of you on the grass as well, and you don't know where they're going to be.
I'm sure the spotter was very helpful when Hefford was off.
You enjoyed these cars, though, Adam, didn't you? Laguna?
Really did. Yeah, Laguna Seca was fantastic when we saw how crazy it was for me when we were there. We've got a World Championship driver in the commentary box, and we're like the expert of the dirt, really. Loose term, obviously.
Well,
Woodhouse sliding his way through. Shades of Colin McRae here. Maybe Petter Solberg of the Northeast. Going into the right-hander.
Northeast?
Of the East, sorry. This isn't Sunderland. And Hefford is through.
just having a look at the front. That's getting quite tasty as well. Evans has been slowly caught back up by Mason.
There you go, the Colin McRae of Yorkshire.
That's better.
There you go. Yeah, it's getting pretty close as Craig Evans has got a half a second advantage over Shannon Mason. He was 2 seconds slower on that last lap. Someone must have been up onto lap 6 of 8.
Adam's clearly not doing geography at uni. I think we've discovered this now.
Yeah. In fact, I dropped geography before I even got to GCSE, so there we go.
He does know that Summit Point is in West Virginia, though. Take me
Yes.
home country road and all that. And I've missed a gear.
Probably just me knowing my song lyrics.
Oh,
It's Woodhouse, and it's Hefford as well. Hefford going to try and get it done around the outside. He's on the grass now. In real life, that wouldn't count.
well done, Steve. That was a good move.
But yeah, he's through. Oh, he did make a right mess of this corner a few laps ago, and this is the corner where he absolutely wipes out Woodhouse. So taking it a bit more cautiously this time, I reckon.
Doka 7/10 behind Mason now. Mason dropped back a little bit this lap. Not quite as strong. 109 for Evans the last time. Let's see what they do this time. There's only going to be 2 laps to go when they cross the line.
Yeah, onto lap 7. Off goes Hefford again. Oh, and he comes back on and blocks the Beetle, who goes up the inside. Woodhouse through, and it says take that to Hefford as well. Good move.
I enjoyed that. That was a good lap.
You've got quite a bit of advantage now over Hefford, who's got McFarlane for company here.
Braking's so difficult in this car to get it right.
Wheel to wheel behind. This is the battle over 7th and 8th, and it looks like it's McFarlane that's got through. It's almost like a computer game where you're playing again. Oh, what's going on, Alex?
Yeah, at the front, sorry, it looked like Evans was going a little bit wide. Manages to collect it back up, but that's allowed Evdoka to get right on Mason's tail now. He's having a look up the inside. Nothing's coming this way this time as Evans just gets a bit more sideways again, but actually pulls away through that section as they start to battle behind.
And off Ross McFarlane and Steve Hefford, Hefford's favourite part of the circuit. What's gone on here? Well, Hefford was off anyway, and he comes back onto the track and takes the Beetle with him.
Well, I can relax now a little bit then.
Good run for Michael, but can't do nothing. Tops out. Seems to be the problem. They really have to get the exits. That's where the moves are done.
Final lap of the race. So the Beetle is fourth by Shannon Mason. Might have a very good setup underneath, or she's just a very good driver. Probably both. Nevdoka trying everything to get by, and of course he is no slouch in this Beetle. Trying to go around the outside there, that would have been almost incredible. And he did it in race 2 as well, let's not forget. But it looks like it's going to be Mason that's going to holding on to the second position, bar any late race catastrophes. Craig Evans, nice healthy advantage now. 0.8 of a second while these two squabble over second position. Thorstein Helgeson up in 4th. Doka 8 positions gained after winning race 2. Been on the podium in every single race tonight. Going through the final corner. Onto the front straight. Sliding his car to victory. It's going to be Craig Evans that wins here in race 3 at Summit Point. Second for Shannon Mason. And third for Michael Evdoka. Whoa!
Couldn't see if he landed it. That was a shame.
Helgeson takes 4th, Lane 5th. Andrew Woodhouse is going to get 6th position. Pretty decent drive that. Especially what's going on.
Still battling. Who's going to get this? They're very close.
Oh.
We'll look into the final corner.
Oh, could have the Daytona 500 finish on our hands here. It's going to be a drag race to the line, but it's going to be the Beetle that edges it out. Ross McFarlane getting 8th, Hefford 9th. And then the cars that finished the race a lap down, it's going to be Kip Stevenson, Stephen Burke. So it will be Burke on pole for the final race of the day. Woodhouse, very good job there, considering what went on.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. It was good. I'm enjoying the circuit, and first time this season I've been quick in the cars, so yeah, it feels like making some progress.
Well represented here on Epic Racing 2. We've got Woody in the east, me in the west, and
East? Where's the east? I'm not in the east.
We got the York.
It's in the middle.
It is in the middle, isn't it? Oh,
yes.
dear.
It's in the middle. We are about as far away from the sea as you can get.
Same here as well. In the not in Manchester, but in the West
The
Midlands.
east. I'm not from Hull.
Right, shall we just leave it here?
We'll swiftly on with the geography, dear me.
Swiftly onwards. I was trying to prove a point, but it just went horrifically wrong. But yeah, we'll be back here on Apex Racing TV after the break for the final race of the day in Summit Point, which is in America, which is in the North American continent. So join us in a bit.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
The outside contact made. 56 slides it at a 4. Who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even. Give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Welcome back to Apex Racing TV. We're here on the grid for the final race of the day. Andrew Woodhouse starting 6th. No, we're not starting anywhere because we're up in the commentary box, me and Alex Simpson, for this final race of the day. Stephen Burke starting on the pole. Kip Stevens starting 2nd. Watch out for Steve Hefford starting in 3rd. He tends to make pretty good starts. Here we go. We're off and running. It's safe. Watch out for Hefford, and away he goes.
Yeah, fantastic start, straight up and into 2nd place. Might even get a run and a shot to go around the outside of Burke into turn 1. Late on the brakes, very, very late indeed. Does take the lead for the moment.
Woodhouse hits Stevens. Stevens goes off. And it's everyone fighting for their own bit of space here. Stevens don't know where he's going. Probably finding the Jefferson circuit somewhere here.
Yeah, I didn't mean to hit Kip. Somebody hit me up the arse, I think. That's what it felt like.
I'll go back and have a look for you.
Unless I just locked the rears, but it felt like the back snapped around.
Yeah, a bit of a weird one, that.
Kip's still in the mix, so nothing to worry about. Wouldn't be the first time he had a little tap going into turn 1.
Oh, it's a Steve.
Oh, well.
What's happened? It's Fawns. And he's back at the bow, and there's something broken at the rear, so he's in massive trouble here. Craig Evans versus Kip Stevens going into the final corner, and it is Ford through, but then Stevens just absolutely goes flying back up the inside. I'd say that's fair. Overline to complete the first lap, then it's Steve leading Stephen. Then McFarlane in 3rd, 4th Woodhouse, then 5th is Shannon Mason, who's got past Taylor Lane. Taylor Lane fancies his position back here. The two of them are going wheel to wheel going into the left-hander. May need Shannon's insurance, the Australian, if things don't go too well. Now through the right-hander and onto the brakes again, and Taylor Lane all sorts of squirrely through there. And it's all bunching up behind once again, as you've got Stevens in the mix, you've got Evans, and you've got Doka. Just in front of all these lot, you've got Andrew Woodhouse, who's sat in 4th position. 2 positions gained so far. And a bit of a way to Ross McFarlane in front of it.
Yeah, I was about to say, Ross trying to close in on Burke right now. Guys are flying out there.
Flipping downshifts. Just didn't do it. Just did not do it.
Into the pit lane comes Kip Stevens. Don't know why. Either damage or jump start.
Oh, wow.
Something. Oh, and he's
just,
crashed in the pit lane.
Yeah, or just not bothering anymore.
Oh, he's turning it into his own pit corner that's going on here. But meanwhile, Steve Hefford leads the way then. Stephen Burke in second, Ross McFarlane in third, Andrew Woodhouse fourth. He has got Shannon Mason chasing him down though. Beware the net code. We always remember. Yeah, because Shannon's ping is 366, Andrew Woodhouse's is 58. Could get interesting when the two get pretty close. Nothing that Shannon can do about that, of course. Just geography.
We've had we know how you love that, Adam.
Yeah.
We've had the debate about netcode and pings and things like that in the past, so
Well,
don't need to repeat ourselves.
hopefully Shannon doesn't DDoS Andrew Woodhouse here. We will be hoping to deny Shannon a fourth position. And Taylor Lane's in issues, or he's off with the final corner. But here comes Shannon, decent toe on Andrew Woodhouse. Now, when I was racing in another series down this front straight, I ended up putting Paul Smith in the trees. And he doesn't do that.
Oh dear.
But
Paul.
I know
He always seems to get the rough end of it, doesn't he?
I've got a penalty, no surprise, for putting a car up, for moving about in the middle of a straight line. But here comes Shannon.
Oh, sorry.
No,
My
contact, mate.
My fault. I'll wait for him.
And they both were able to carry on pretty much unscathed. Through goes Michael Abdoka as Andrew Woodhouse lets him through. Craig Evans also managed to get by as well. He's locked the brake.
Can't see.
Smoke everywhere. And Thorstein Helgeson now fancies chances of getting past Woody as well. Action everywhere you look, Alex.
Yeah, just having a look at the front and then back to the back. It seems like McFarlane can't really get any closer to Burke at the front, and Hefford's pulling away now as well. So Ross giving it absolutely everything he can through the final corner, using all of the track down a bit more. Not slowing him down or anything like that.
Whole load of dust getting kicked up in the background. I think that was Evans going off in the final corner. What's going on with Andrew Woodhouse? The car's veering over to the left. Oh. Off!
Shannon and Evans.
What's going on here?
Woodhouse off as well, flying up the inside of those.
Sorry, that's what I get for trying to type when I'm on the straight. Trying to type a message. I was trying to type an apology.
Well,
I need to just apologise to myself on that one, I'm afraid.
Well, I think we can imagine. I think this is the reason why we don't drive F1 cars of 2018. Got to drive and fiddle about with all those buttons on the steering wheel. But at least you're still in the race.
No, I'm done.
Don't worry, Craig Evans is doing.
Hurt anyone?
Craig Evans is doing
Jesus,
all this.
that might. Yep.
Ah! Into the wall
Dear.
and out. Goes Simon Fawns. He was already out, but it's Andrew Woodhouse.
That was the car was sliding too much.
Damn. Well then,
the engine's buggered.
well,
Sorry,
the battle for second place is on now. We can turn our attention to this. Stephen Burke versus Ross McFarlane. And just behind them, they've got what says on my timing screen Michael Abdoka, but that is Kip Stevens, who is a lap behind.
After his fun and games in the pits came out. Oh, McFarlane trying to go around the outside, then thinking about a cutback. Just putting an awful lot of pressure on Burke right now.
Over the curb, taking a lot of curve there, Ross McFarlane. Got 2 more laps to go.
If you could get him sort of maybe into this final corner or coming out this final corner, they're lapping quick enough to even perhaps have a shot at Hefford, but it needs to be this lap. If it's not going to happen.
Well, it's now or never. And running out wide goes Stephen Burke there. Good for the opportunity that Ross has been looking for here. Down the front straight. We're able to stay on the tarmac here. Thorstein Helgeson, I thought was DQ'd, but he is back. But meanwhile, Ross McFarlane trying to get the P2. Burke is able to hold on here.
Yeah, couldn't do it around the outside there. Could he have turned one? Looked like he had a good drive off, but just not enough. Burke able to get on the power.
Helgeson's gone.
Oh, he has. P2 might be gone for Burke here.
Oh, he's holding on. Good placement of the car. It's making it really awkward for McFarlane. All the time the batter, and Hefford's just sneaking away. I think he's safe now as long as he doesn't make a mistake.
6 seconds now. By the way, while we've been looking at this, Andrew Woodhouse has been in and got a new car.
Oh! McFarlane just about holds on to that.
Stevens must have got a great view of that. Coming through the final corner now, white flag is in the air. Someone's coming out of the pit lane just in front of these guys. It's Forstein Helgeson, I think. It is. 1 lap to go then.
Yeah, he's trying to stay less than 1 lap down, wasn't he? Not that it matters, final race of the night, of course.
Oh! Well, out and on and off, straight away.
Well, it will matter, because that's for points, I suppose.
This is true.
Forstein Helgeson, and now Forstein Helgesoff.
Yeah.
Into the left-hander.
Oh, dear.
Oh, they're so close, and Kip just getting involved for the sake of it, I think, here. Because he can.
Into the left-hander.
Oh, McFarlane, you think he just wanted to have a little look there, but Burke had it covered again. Doesn't miss his braking. Effort away.
Defensive masterclass this. Effort on his way to a victory, 2.5 second lead. A lot of curb being taken there by McFarlane. Doesn't want to run the risk of a slowdown penalty. With the final few corners then. And it's going to be Steve Hefford that's going to take his second win of the evening as long as he gets through this final corner, which he duly does. And he takes a checkered flag. Meanwhile, the fight for second is still going on. Steve Hefford wins here in race 4 at Summit Point. Second will go to Stephen Burke. Great defensive driving there by Burke towards the end. Ross McFarlane third as they take their own different routes out of the circuit. Avdoka fourth. Fifth is going to be Shannon Mason, but it's going to be Taylor Lane just pipping Craig Evans in a last lap overtake.
That's the fastest way to beat the traffic.
Whoa! Take to the skies. And Andrew Woodhouse going through the final corner. On his way to the final corner anyway. Take 8th position.
Need a good jump, Woody. We need a good jump. Final place.
Where's the best place? On the right?
Reckon
Yeah,
right
after the pit lane, isn't it? Or something like that. Isn't there a little ramp there?
Yeah.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Woodhouse. Oh
my God.
Hey.
I don't have a Bodner on that one. Oh, that was good fun. That was good fun.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I'm just having a look at my diary to see if I'd be available to get in the car for Donington next. You know, I think I might be. You know, so we'll wait and see.
I think we should all do it.
There we go. Yeah, final race of the season. Broadcast.
Why not get Alex in the car? Why not?
Get Sam Kumo back or something like that. I don't know. We're running through the finishing order then from the final race of the day. It is a Steve 1-2. Steve Hefford winning. Stephen Burke finishing in second. Third, Ross McFarlane. Fourth, Michael Avdoka. Then Shannon Mason finishing in fifth. Taylor Lane sixth. Craig Evans seventh. Andrew Woodhouse, despite his wacky adventures in race 4, only lost 2 positions from where he started. Forstein Helgeson finishing in 9th, 1 lap down. Simon Fawns finishing 1 lap down in 10th. And Kip Stevens finishing 2 laps down in 11th place. But that was a very enjoyable evening. Next week then, we've got a full complement of action for you. Monday we've got the World GT Championship, which kicked off in stunning fashion at Silverstone last week. Second race meeting there from Sebring. That will be at 8 p.m. GMT for that one. And we've got the Rimatech Sports Car Series heading to the Fontana Speedway in California. That's, of course, at 1 a.m. GMT on Monday night. BSR MX5 heads to Donington Park for its final race meeting of the season there. That's at 8 p.m. on Tuesday. This series heads to its final race at Donington as well, a week today at 8 p.m. GMT. So that is just about it from here at Summit Point here today. My thanks to Andrew Woodhouse for joining us in the commentary box, and well done on the car, mate. That was
oh, not bad, was it? It was a bit rubbish, but a bit good as well.
Best performance ever in the car, I think. I think we can say. And,
that's not saying a lot, though. Having said that.
Well, thanks to Alex as well for joining me in the commentary box and doing the cameras as always. And we're not too far away from its return to the World Championship Grand Prix Series either. I thought I'd just bring that up as well.
Need to get some testing in. Haven't touched the car since Pro Series ended.
There we go. Sim
Okay,
racing ranking points are up for grabs.
That's how you prepare, you see.
just a quick question, just to derail it for a second or two. Have there been any changes to the car in the meantime?
No, there hasn't, so I'm okay. But I do believe
think
there's a new
there'll be one?
tire. I do believe there's a tire model coming,
Yeah.
which could well change it quite dramatically. Who knows? We might get on and be exactly the same. So.
Well. Hopefully,
Hashtag,
hopefully it'll suit you.
Thank God for no hashtag announce Halo for for these cars anyway. But yeah, just before we let you go, just before we let you the viewers go, make sure to subscribe and give this channel subscribe and give this video a like as well, and make sure to turn your post notifications on so you can get the videos before anyone else does. And yeah, thanks for watching the British Sim Racers Rallycross Championship from here at Summit Point. See you next time. Bye for now.